Hi everyone, as you've heard, my name is Gordon Mackay, and I'd like to thank you for investing your time and money in this DVD. And congratulations for taking responsibility for your own money and investing in yourself. Please remember, whatever I talk about comes from 37 years of experience, so whatever I say I've done and am doing right now, it's fact. So let's get started. You've all heard of the saying, knowledge is power. Well, it's not true. Applied knowledge is power. What you learn here today, you need to go out and apply. I'm going to give you ideas, things which work for me, which you can take away and see if they work for you. I'm going to use my life as a case study because it's something that's happened and is happening right now, so it's fact. And what I'd like you to do, take whatever you want out the seminar, adapt it to suit your personality because we're all different, and most important, apply it. And with patience, time, effort, and most important, discipline, I can guarantee you're going to get the results. I've got the saying I've used for many years: for every disciplined effort, there is a multiple reward. Because we all get days where we don't feel like doing something. And I just repeat this to myself over and over a few times, and it gets me going, it gets me motivated again. Right, we now come to the exciting part. Money, how to make it and how to keep it. Now, what is money? Money is energy. It's a form of exchange and it's easy to make. Now, we've got to have a purpose. Why do we want to have lots of money? Because we want financial freedom. And financial freedom is having sufficient passive income so that you can do the things you want to do without having to work. You know, there's an American statistic that at age 65, only 1% of the American population is financially free. Now imagine how bad that is here in South Africa. But it's understandable. Because I know I was never taught at school how to make money. Neither at university. I was taught how to work for money. And I'm sure most of you experience the same thing. Now there's two important types of debt. There's bad debt and there's good debt. Good debt puts money in your pocket and bad debt takes money out of your pocket. An example of good debt would be buying a property, an entry-level property, putting a tenant in. After 20 or 30 years, that property is fully paid for. You've got an asset that's grown and kept up with inflation. Plus, you've got an income stream that's grown and kept up with inflation. So that's good debt. As opposed to bad debt, buying the latest plasma TV screen, buying new furniture, even buying a car. Be careful when you buy a new car. You drive it out the showroom, you immediately lose 20%. But I don't say don't buy that new car. When you've reached your financial goals, you've achieved everything, and you can afford a new car, wonderful, go and buy it. This is what it's all about. This is why I'm teaching you to become wealthy. And please don't live like the Joneses. It can work out very expensive. I know of people who buy cars to impress people that they don't even know. Please don't be one of them, because you'll never become rich that way. Now, how do you get out of bad debt? You firstly need to confront all your expenses. Make a list of all your expenses down to the last cent. Then divide them up into fixed and variable expenses. Now remember, your bond is actually a variable expense because you can increase it from 20 to 30 years. It will reduce your amount paying, so it will increase your cash flow. And you can negotiate a better interest rate. So confront your expenses. And if you find that you're owing people money and you can't pay them, very important, communicate. Let them know what's going on. That's what helped me when I lost all that money with the banks. I kept communicating and letting them know that I'm going to pay them back. And if you need further help, go to www.ncr.org.za. That's the National Credit Regulator. They will give you assistance. Welcome back. We now come, in my opinion, to the most important part of the seminar. We talk about you. Because if you're not reaching your goals enough, you're not getting what you want, the problem lies in this section. Here we're going to talk about your beliefs, your thoughts, your self-image, your speech, your habits, and the choices you make. Now, something small could be stopping you here in one of these areas. First of all, your beliefs. Remember, we've been programmed from an early age to believe what our parents taught us, the education system, our peers. We get information from TV, we get information from books. Not all of it is true. And what I'd like you to do is take time out on your own and go back in time and see if you've picked up any wrong information. You've all heard of these myths. A myth is something that appears true but isn't. The love of money is the root of all evil. You need money to make money. Money doesn't buy you happiness. Money is evil. Money isn't spiritual. But I've proved to you, none of that is true. We now come to one of the most important factors, are your thoughts. You become what you think about most of the time, because thought is energy. Right now there's energy in this room. You can't see it, but there's energy. When your cell phone rings, you can hear the person, you can talk, you can't see the wavelengths. My hand, if you're going to look under a very powerful microscope, this is just condensed energy. It's just made of energy. You'll see the vibrations of energy here under a very powerful microscope. It's just condensed. How many of you have walked into a room where people have had an argument? You can feel that negative energy. It pulls you down. Or when you walk into a room where everybody's happy, it lifts you up. You feel good. So if thought is energy, we can basically create anything we want with our thinking. That's why it's so important to think powerful and positive thoughts. Remember, you can only think one thought at a time. So when you get that negative thought, switch it around for the exact opposite. It takes a bit of time and practice until it becomes a habit. So what are you going to do now? You're going to decide, make that decision. You're going to be very rich. Believe it. Be like a child. Use your imagination. And just be rich. Remember, you can't be rich until you get your thinking right. You've got to be before you can have. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for spending the last 2 hours listening to me. And I want to wish you all the health, wealth, and happiness you wish upon yourselves. And remember, you can have anything you want and you can be anything you want. Don't ever stop dreaming. And have a great life. Thank you.